Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about 10 ways to de-stress or reduce your stress. So the first thing you have to do is start with your mindset. I think this is a little cliche, but it's really the truth. Once you start with your mindset, then things start getting better after that. In order for that to happen, you have to change around some things. You got to change around how you see things in your life. And I'm saying this from experience. Having moments when you're feeling trapped and you can't do anything and that you have no choice. We always have a choice. All you have to do is sit down, think clearly, take your time, and then move on from there. Number 2 is to find a hobby. Having a hobby is one of the best things you can do to help de-stress or reduce your stress, just because it helps with calming down and relaxing, and then also your mind is just focused on that one thing that you're doing. Nothing else in the world actually matters at that moment. The next thing is to stop investing time in other people's lives, especially people you don't know. So when I say that, social media, no matter how much we understand this, the problems of others can really affect us. It can really affect us in a negative way if we let it. But for the most part, if you're constantly on this person's page, you're going to develop this, I don't know, this attachment to them. So then when they have a problem, you feel like you have a problem. So for me, is to practice not investing so much into other people's lives. Everything that you're investing into someone else's life, you can invest into your own life. So just bring it back. All that time you're spending on social media, just bring it back to yourself and spend that time on yourself. The next one is nature is healing. This is one thing you guys will hear in every tip video I have ever. It will be talking about nature, because it just is so healing, and that connection with nature, being outside, it really does fix a lot of things in life. And if it don't fix exactly what that is, you can clear your mind and be able to think a lot more properly when you're in nature. The next one to de-stress is to just cry it out. When I was younger, I would never cry. I seen it as a weakness. I seen it as like, it's not gonna help anything. But as I've grown and became an adult, I cry a lot. All right, I'm not kidding. I cry a lot as an adult, because this is a healthy way for me to get that pain that I'm feeling out. I guess I understood the power of sitting with myself and my emotions and figuring out how to cope with those emotions that I have. One way for me to cope is crying. The next one is write down your thoughts and your emotions. This is another good way to cope with anything in life, reduce stress. A lot of the times when we go off the handles is because we have not been able to express ourselves. We have not been able to express what's going on internally. So when it all gets to the max, we just go off on anybody who says the first wrong thing to us, even though they probably didn't even say nothing crazy. They was just on the other end of that. So to avoid situations like that, I highly recommend getting a journal and brain dumping and writing down your emotions. Anytime you're upset, anytime you're feeling sad or sorry for yourself, write these emotions down. If you feel like you can't talk to anybody, if you don't have a therapist, get a journal. If you have talked everyone around you out, get a journal and just write down your emotions. I don't know, I love my journal. I have not written in my journal in such a long time because I'm getting another one. Write down your emotions. Write them down. They do help, I promise. Number 7, I just went back to my childhood with this. Take a nap. If you can afford to take a nap, you fall asleep and you wake up, things just seem a lot more clear, just a lot more better. They weren't as bad as they were before you went to sleep. Just take a nap. Sometimes that's literally all we need. We probably are deprived of sleep. This is for people out there with their 9-to-5s or they have their jobs. If work is stressing you out, my best advice is do what you can and let it go, because you can only do so much. You're only one person. You can only do so much. If to a point where you're just like having sleepless nights and worried all the time, and it's time to find a job where it's low stress. You can go there, do your job, and go home and never have to think about your job while you're at home. People love to come up with excuses of, I can't just quit my job because I'm stressed. or something like that, well, find another one. You actually can. Just the steps to it. It's not like just quit your job and that's it. No. Find another job and then quit your job. Number 10 is limit your interaction or communication with people that stresses you out. So if you have somebody in your family, mom, dad, sister, brother, aunts, uncle, cousins, friends, if they are adding stress to your life, limit that communication that you have with them, because you're like, I'm just confused on why that's not common sense. Sorry, but yes, just limit your interaction. If it's stressing you out, just limit the interaction you have with this someone. Or the next one and the last one is simply moving your body or working out. This actually is scientifically proven. If you move your body on a daily basis, it releases endorphins, I believe. Either endorphins or dopamine. It's one of them. It releases them, and this really helps with stress levels because it releases all that stress you have in your body, all that anxiousness, whatever it might be, it releases it. So if you're a person who's going through something right now, one of my biggest advice to you from this video here is to work out. Do something to move your body, to get your heart rate up. Whether that's, I don't know, stress. Honestly, just leave it for a little bit. Just get away from it. Do something else, and then when you're relaxed and calm again, just go back to it. I remember when I first started sewing, which is one of my hobbies, it would stress me out even though it shouldn't have, but that's because I was just trying to get the breather and get away from my sewing machine for, I don't know, either the rest of that day, a couple hours, whatever it might have been. I just stepped away, gathered myself, and then when I was ready, I went back to the project. So I use that to de-stress. They are not hard and you can literally do them on a daily. Also, stress balls. And I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.